Welcome to the GP Llama YouTube channel, where it has been a very long wait for this one, and today it finally arrives, the Tacx Neo 3M Smart Trainer. Let's have a quick look at their intro video. Okay, straight to the details of what's new with the Neo 3M. It has motion plates integrated onto the trainer itself. Now, previously they were an aftermarket add-on to the Neo 2T for it to go back and forward. They're now built in. It comes with a pre-installed 11-speed Shimano cassette, and it has network connection capabilities. Now, I say network connection capabilities because the dongle is an aftermarket purchase. That functionality is not built into the trainer itself. Diving a little deeper with a technical overview of the 3M, and I'll say it a few times in this video that there are a lot of similarities with the Neo 2T. Connectivity-wise, ANT+, Bluetooth, it now comes with Direct Connect support with the additional adapter though, once you purchase that. Power accuracy remains the same, within 1% margin of error. However, the 3M lists this is supported for a wider range of power outputs. Maximum wattage remains the same, 2200 watts. Gradient simulation up to 25%, same again. No calibration required on this, which is different to auto calibration. With the Neo range, the calibration is set in the factory and shouldn't change throughout the lifetime of the trainer. It has road surface simulation, works with or without mains power, and has direct downhill drive when it is on mains power. So overall, the technical specifications aren't too different to the Neo 2T, but to be honest, there's not much room for the 3M to move. The 2T was a pretty solid offering. Ethernet and Wi-Fi being an external dongle to me isn't ideal. That should be built into the unit. And we don't see 10 Hz race mode or any sensor bridging for heart rate pairing to make using Apple TV a little more seamless with additional peripherals. But I suspect they are two things that could be added at a later date with a firmware update. The 11-speed Shimano cassette is handy, but probably less useful than in the past as people move towards 12-speed group sets and also bikes with SRAM flat top chains, which aren't technically compatible with Shimano cassettes. Overall, there's no real hero feature of the 3M to get too excited about, but it is a nice revision to the much-loved Neo family of trainers. Onto the pricing of the Neo 3M, and this is going to be a pain point. It's not cheap in any currency, weighing in at $2,000 US, and that's without the Direct Connect wired/Wi-Fi dongle. Here in Australia, with taxes and the currency conversion, that's around $3,000, being around $500 more than the Kickr Move, its direct competitor, which is still well north of $2,000 here in Australia. Now look, there's no doubt about it, the Tacx Neo 3M is arriving about 2 years later than expected, and a lot has changed in the last 2 years. One of those changes has been a big shake-up in price and value of direct drive smart trainers. Onto a bit of history with direct drive smart trainers to explain what I mean by that. Now, approaching 10 years ago, there was the Kickr and then the Neo. Along came the Hammer and then the Drivo. They were all top-tier smart trainers where we all put down our money and got that experience up at this level here. Then along came the Duretto, the Kickr Core, and a few others in that mid-tier range, coming in at a lower price, but still providing very, very close features and functionality when it comes to the on-bike ride experience. That mid-tier was very, very popular and still is. And then the big shake-up took place around 12 months ago. The Zwift Hub coming in at $499, which is now $599 with 12 months of Zwift, that had a lot more features than a lot of the previous top-tier offerings had. Elite responded with price drops of the Suto and Duretto. Zwift and Wahoo are now best friends, with the Kickr Core now being that new $600 bundle. Saris moved a ton of H3 trainers at a very, very low price as they sailed some rough seas with their business. And Tacx today roll in with the new Neo at a $2,000 price point, which isn't exactly a big step forward in specifications or on-bike ride experience compared to their previous offering. Now, I've no doubt the Tacx Neo 3M has been a long-term project for Garmin, and they eventually have to release it at some point. It's just very unfortunate that a lot has changed in that time frame. What I would have loved to have seen is the Tacx Flux be reinvented and released at a very, very low price point with a ton of additional features. That would have been a brilliant play by Garmin. Here's where all the attention is. It's not currently up here, unfortunately. Now, a side note, speaking of the Tacx Flux, it was back in 2016 that things really kicked off here on the GP Llama YouTube channel when I was testing the Tacx Flux. I broke a few units early on, which led to Tacx making a few refinements to that model, even building their own virtual Llama test bench at the factory, which I've seen in person. Now, since then, I've ridden and reviewed literally hundreds of smart trainers, and there's even a lot that don't even make it onto this channel. It has been quite the journey with Tacx and Garmin to date. Which leads me to something that I need your help with today. Now, typically I don't have any call to actions in my videos other than like and subscribe, but today I have to make an exception. It's about here in a trainer review where I'll do an unboxing, installation, connection, ride experience, and a well-trusted Lama lab test. But unfortunately, Garmin have chosen not to put me on the media list to receive a unit for review, and I don't know why. I can't get an explanation. I can only speculate that as Garmin, they're now moving towards more of a sponsorship or paid review model. But as I said, I don't know. I can't get any feedback on exactly what's going on. What I have and what I'm discussing here today is the press pack that I've been provided less than 24 hours prior to launch of this product. So my ask of you is to head over to Garmin and Garmin Cycling's social media accounts on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Threads, wherever, and comment on their 3M promotion, which I'm sure they're doing a lot of at the moment, saying that you'd love to see this unit Lama lab tested. Also, feel free to tag me in those posts too. And maybe I can get back on their radar. If you do end up leaving them a note, thank you very much. I do appreciate the support. And with that, we'll leave it there.